Speaker coming to you today with another video. This one about the new James Bond. Now, don't get your panties in a twist. Not going to give any spoilers out. Haven't seen it yet. And that's really the point of this video. I'm not going to. Now, I can't tell you how hard this is for me. For most of you who know me, you know that I grew up on Star Trek. I was a Star Trek nut from the time I was a little kid. When I was first little, I hated it because, I didn't understand it. And as I got just a little bit older, my brothers would be watching it and stuff like that. I got into it and have loved it ever since. Probably since I was like, 8. And so it has been a major part of my life. I love Star Trek. That's why I can't watch any of the new stuff they're doing, because I just can't watch them do that to something that I love as much as I love Star Trek. Like what they've done to Star Wars and everything else. The same thing goes for James Bond. My brothers and my dad were also huge James Bond fans. And I have loved the Bond films forever. I've been there with Sean Connery. I've been there with Roger Moore, with Timothy Dalton, with Pierce Brosnan, and with the last guy, Daniel Craig. Loved Casino Royale. I've loved them all. Some of them have been a little bit better than others. I wasn't the biggest fan of Timothy Dalton's Bond, but I felt more like that wasn't Timothy Dalton's fault. It was kind of the stories he was given to do as Bond. The first one, the first Timothy Dalton was just awful. The one with, they all have their good and bad points. But Timothy Dalton really suffered from kind of the worst stories out of all of them. And I didn't like during the Pierce Brosnan era that they did away with Felix Leiter and replaced him with that Colonel American doofus. They really made the Americans look stupid in those ones based on the guy that they had playing the American counterpart. I never cared for that. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but I didn't care for that. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen each one of those films. I have loved them all. I loved the initial Daniel Craig stuff. And I've loved everything that they've done with the Daniel Craig stuff. I know a lot of people are like, Nick Quantum was solid. I'm just like, okay, it's not the strongest Bond film, but it's better than some of the others. It's better than some of the Timothy Dalton films. I think he did too. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. Not the best movie ever, but not the worst either. But this new one, with what they've done, how they've marketed it, the things I've heard about it. I watched a video on Doomcock today. I'm not going to tell you what he said, because he kind of gives away spoilers in it. I'm not going to talk about that, but that just confirmed anything. And that's been my big conundrum. Do I want to go see the new Bond film? And yes, I absolutely do. There's a part of me that I have not missed a Bond film since I could go to Bond films. I watched them on TV. I watched them when they were on movie, when they would come on TV, and you had to watch them with the commercials. And I have loved all the Bond films. Roger Moore was really the Bond when I was a kid. So he's the one I think of most as Bond, but I've loved all of them. I really liked all the actors that they've gotten to play them, and and they did their best with what they had at the time, and I still love Bond. But I'm not supporting this nonsense anymore. I'm not going along with it, and I've said this in previous videos. If you've gone woke at all with your films and stuff, I'm out. I will not support you. I will not go and see if this is an okay film, which really irritates me and pisses me off, because I've liked Daniel Craig as Bond. It's not my favorite Bond, but I really liked the Bond films with him in it. I think he's done a really good job with the role. And I really like Rami Malek, who is supposed to be the bad guy in this new film. A lot of people were bitching, he doesn't look like a bit. I just like him. I like him as an actor. I loved him in Mr. Robot. I liked him even when he was in the Breaking Dawn, one of the Twilight films. He played a character in that. Every time I've seen him in a film, and what he did in the Queen movie, the movie about Queen, about Freddie Mercury, I loved him in that. He was so good as Freddie Mercury. I love him as an actor, and I thought he'd make a great Bond villain. I don't know why people were like, I thought he had the chops to pull it off, because he's just a good actor. So I was excited for some of this, until I started hearing that they were replacing James Bond with a black chick. They weren't really replacing Bond with a black chick, but they were giving her the 007 designation. They were, the clips that I'd seen, the little bits that got put out there as for the media campaign and stuff like that, was like basically they were crapping on James Bond. Like, he goes in to MI6 or I think it's MI6 he's part of, might be MI5. I get the two mixed up. One's the internal British Secret Service and the one's the external British Secret Service. Anyway, he goes in, he's retired, apparently at the beginning of this film. I'm not giving anything away here, everybody knows this. If you don't, you've not been paying attention to this film at all. So, but he goes in, and in one scene, he's like, they ask him, like, what's your name? And he's like, James Bond. And the dumb butt behind the counter is like, ooh. Like he was a nobody, like he's nothing, like he wasn't a big deal. He wasn't the top British agent, forever. And I was just like, I'm like, you trying to denigrate him, trying to lessen his character. And then there's a scene where they showed with him, Lashana Lynch, who plays the new 007, where they're in a motel room talking back and forth, and she's basically trying to say, crap on him, say how good she is and how he's bad now and he's old and, ripping on him. And I'm just like, pathetic. It was pathetic. It was just another way to try and tear James Bond down in the face of someone else taking over. And if you want to watch something that's really funny and great in this same genre, go watch the movies Red 1 and Red 2 with Bruce Willis. And every time I think about them making fun of him because he's an old secret agent, I just think, those are the dangerous ones. They've lived a long time. They are good at their craft. They know how to handle themselves. And, and I'm just like, why couldn't you do that with James Bond? Why couldn't you show that, yeah, he's older, but that means he's smarter. He don't have to chase you. He already knows where you're going. They could have gone in a different way with this and made it a slightly older Bond. But it doesn't seem like that's what they're doing. They're just trying to denigrate James Bond so that they can lift up this black chick or another chick or some other dude who'll probably be an Indian or a Pakistani he won't be white. He will not be a white male. I can tell you that. Despite the fact that they should have Henry Cavill become the new Bond. But I'm afraid of what they do to Henry Cavill in that role. They just crap on him because he's a white man. So, and I love Henry Cavill. He'd make an excellent James Bond. He's been in a couple spy thriller films, one of the Mission Impossibles. He also did, there was another film where he plays a spy. He plays a British agent. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's what it is. And he was good in that, and I like that film. And not to say women can't be spies. You want to see a good woman spy movie? Go around Atomic Blonde. Freaking awesome. And that's what they should do. You want a woman spy movie? Cool. Make a woman spy character and build that franchise. Why they didn't do that off of the Atomic Blonde idea, I don't know. That is a fantastic female spy film. Awesome. Angelina Jolie did one, and I can't remember the name of it. That's an awesome. I'm just like, why do you have to crap on something great instead of lifting something else up, because this is hard. Lifting something up is hard. They just want to. It's just like with Star Wars and Star Trek and Doctor Who and every other franchise of any long duration and lasting success. They just want to steal the fan base and the IP and do something horrible with it, rather than build something from scratch and take the chance that nobody's going to like it because it's a woke piece of crap. So they just wokeify an already great IP and hope that nobody notices, which we always do. So I will not be going to see this. Breaks my heart. This will be the first James Bond film that I just don't care about. And I don't care how good the stunts are and how good the action sequence is in, blah, 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 blah. This film has been stretched over years in the making because of COVID and everything else. Oh, it's a C word. So I'm not interested. So let me know what you think. Are you going to go see it? I am not. I am done giving Hollywood money. I am not paying 1 red cent to any of their crap. I'll go see Venom 2. Even if it's not a great film, I hear the action is good, and I love Tom Hardy, and I've heard that is not woke at all. It may not be the best film, but it's not woke at all. Like, it's just a good monster flick. And that's what I'm going to go watch. Whether it's great or not, I don't know. I'll let you know. But seriously, I'm done paying anything to Hollywood where they try and crap on regular, everyday people who aren't raving lunatic, leftist, psychotic, communist, socialist, anarchist psychos who want to upturn everything that we have built our entire societies upon. Marriage, the family, all of it. I'm not supporting you at all anymore. I am done. I am done. You want to destroy the patriarchy? Fine. Go ahead. You'll never destroy it for me, because, hey, I'm sorry. The beta males may want to give up their title. Not me. Not me. I am the man of my house, and I always will be. Me and my wife are a partnership. It's not a dictatorship in my home, but I'm still the man of the house. Anyway, let me know what you think. Are you gonna go see this? Do you even care? I'm not gonna watch them tear down another one of my all-time favorite things and favorite characters. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.